And welcome back to the Business Spotlight. I'm your host, Patrick Dewar. Today, we're visiting with Dr. Mary Swift of Dallas Cosmetic Dentist.us, and she's a Dallas dentist that has won both years for 2011 and 2012 Consumer Choice Award winner for cosmetic dentistry. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
We were talking about the sensitivity issue.
The sensitivity issue.
I know that when I did it, it was just a couple of days afterwards. Every once in a while, it was like a breath of you call it lightning. I call it like cold air.
Yeah.
Hit one tooth.
Yeah. And right before the break, I was starting to explain it has to do with the dehydration that the tooth goes through when we whiten, and the tooth will rehydrate. It'll go away. Sometimes you think it's not going to. A little Tylenol, a little Advil takes care of it. Everybody's different. Some patients don't feel a thing. Others, it's significant, and we have to plan for it, and we do, with either over-the-counter or a little help getting through maybe just a 24-hour period with your whitening. And like I said, everybody's different. Not everybody even feels it. But there's also some little gels and ointments that we give the patient to help the tooth recuperate too. So I've never had anybody say that the discomfort would prohibit them from doing it again. It's not that bad.
Absolutely. I completely recommend it. I was really blown away at how easy it was, how fast it was.
Yes.
And then all of the ways that you guys kind of keep you bright. Yeah. Because the things that I like coffee too much. Okay, I like, So I've heard, hey man, that can mess you up.
Well, no, in teeth there are two kinds of stains: the kind that's on top of your tooth and the kind that's deep inside. So the ones that are on top of your tooth, if you get your teeth cleaned regularly by a dentist or a hygienist, you can keep that under control. The kind that's in deep has to do with the same reason your hair is the color it is, or your eyes are the color. It's you. It's part of your DNA. But so that's where the whitening comes in. The bleaches, the whitening agents actually reach inside the tooth and bleach it from the inside out. So you really still can have a glass of wine and drink your coffee and just know that we have ways of keeping them white. So enjoy your
just
coffee.
Just go do it anyways, but make sure you schedule the follow-up.
Yes.
It's funny because I think it was almost 6 months ago that I went through your program, and I've been so pleased. And I just want to encourage people to really check it out. Go to our Facebook page. I know that's the Dallas Laser Dentistry. Oh, they put it up there. Dallas Laser Dentistry. To like that so that you can keep up with what's going on in dentistry. And I know that as we go into this last segment after this, I want to talk a little bit, maybe we got a little bit of time here, to talk about the new things coming. Are there things coming in whitening?
Yeah. In whitening, yeah. Mostly that's product development. As we watch chemically what the effect the whitening has on the surface of the tooth, the products can be modified and ingredients added to help hold down the sensitivity and increase the efficacy, make it stronger but more comfortable.
So there's always going to be a new improved
and improved. Oh, like always, yes. And it's come a long way. I mean, I remember my first bleaching agent that I ever saw in my practice was a real runny liquid, and it was a mess. Now it's just light years ahead of where it was, and that was 15 years ago. Was probably the first real office use of whitening products.
Really?
Yeah.
One of the things though about your practice in particular that I was so stunned with, and I think even the owner of UAN was saying, it's like a spa. I mean, you go in there and it's so easy, it's so comfortable, and people really, they start to calm down probably about the time they walk through the door, don't they?
Oh, well, not always, but but we're good with those people. I am fortunate enough to have an ACE team in place. I have the best group of, well, you went through it.
Yeah.
They, from start to finish, I think the biggest difference is we know who you are.
Right.
I walk into my doctor's office and I don't get the idea that they know who I am from the next person, but we know our patients, and they feel that.
There is something else though that I just learned about. I've never heard of a dentist doing this, and I love it. And that is that, you know how some offices they'll penalize you if you cancel within 24 hours. And what I understood was that you thought that was a little bit one-sided. That you want to make sure that people, you guys respect their time, and you really get people in right away,
try.
and even to the point that if they're delayed, there's a benefit for them.
Yes, absolutely. We respect your time. We'll do everything we can to seat you. There are emergencies that happen that might run you late, but even if you're running a little bit late, you keep the patient informed. You don't let them sit there. There's things we do. We're going to respect your time.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is so good. Well, again, we're talking with Dr. Mary Swift. She's the 2011 and the 2012 Consumer Choice Award winner for cosmetic dentistry. This is Pat Dewar. We've got one more section coming up of the Business Spotlight. We'll be right back.
I've worked every position in the office. I've been a dental assistant, I've been a hygienist, and now a dentist. And it's made me a better caregiver on every level for my patients. One of the things I think I've learned over the years is where to put my technology money. You can buy the latest and greatest and it sit on a shelf, or you can figure out within your practice what's going to make the patient experience better. My practice offers several cosmetic procedures that are enhancing smiles with whitening, with Invisalign, the invisible braces, with porcelain work. So we see people's lives improve when we give them a beautiful smile. That's rewarding. The latest and greatest tool I have that keeps me excited is probably the Invisalign, invisible braces. It has allowed me to evolve my practice into a philosophy of move it, don't remove it. In other words, where I was before I had that tool, move it where I want it instead of putting something on top of it. Staying involved in dentistry on every level, local, state, and national, makes me a better dentist for my patients. I would hope that my patients would feel that from that phone call, even that initial phone call, all the way through to the end of their experience, that it was the best care they've gotten ever. When a patient, especially a very nervous patient with some dental anxiety, when they send their friends and family to us, then we know we've done a good job. That's the biggest compliment we can receive. Our patients are our life and our livelihood, and we appreciate every single patient that walks in that door. And these are our family, and we treat them that way.